Hello, it's me, Valerie Shirley, and I want to make a fairly quick video on finding literary criticisms. They are kind of hard to find, and of course, that's the whole beast of research that you are going to be looking around for a few minutes. But here I am starting on my TC page, and I'm going to scroll down and hit the library link, and up comes the library link. And remember, from 1301, we scroll down and then we can see a list of A to Z databases. We can also see library guides. I'll go there quickly to show you that there is an English 1302 that has some suggested databases. And from there, you have the consolidated some of the literary criticism databases. And another thing that we can do is we can just use the A to Z databases, and they're going to make me take the journey all the way back out. Okay, so here I am again in my A to Z databases, and I can go this route as well. And I'm looking for literary criticism. So I'm just going to start with L. You can go through that list that I gave you of different names of literary criticisms, but I'm going to scroll down until I get to literary reference source. And from here, I'm going to crack this open. And maybe I have my soul set on finding a literary criticism about Most Dangerous Game. And I search around a bit for that and can't find it. So then I have to go to my next best title, the one I like next best. I definitely want to have full text clicked. Now in my search bar, I'm going to say I want a literary criticism. Okay. Yes, a literary criticism. I lost my place here for everyday use. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit enter. And you will notice that up come several literary criticisms. Now, we do want it to be peer reviewed. We want it to come from an academic journal or an academic book. We're not finding anything from eNotes or Spark Notes, anything like that will not be accepted as a peer-reviewed original source. Okay, don't go to a secondary source. So I'm just going to read through some of these and decide which one appeals to me the most. And I'm going to go with, in spite of it all, reading Alice Walker's Everyday Use by Sam Wizett. And once I crack that open, I can download it and read it from my computer. And I also can use the citation tool. And so I know how to create my citation. I need to definitely pick MLA 9 is the series that we're in now, MLA 9th edition. And here is going to be the accurate work cited for this article. Okay. And like I said, there's different ways to access it. It says I can read the PDF or I can go to the online full text. I'm going to go to the PDF because if I like it, I want to download it to my computer so that I can read it. And here we have it. Okay, another thing that you can do here is I'm going to scroll down to the end of this article, and I can, where are you at, end of the article? Does it ever end? Okay, look, we can see other literary criticisms that Wizett used to write this criticism. Sometimes students will find something here like the Barbara Christian Everyday Use. I see that one pop up a lot. But anyway, this is a way to find a literary criticism. I'm going to go back to the A to Z databases. And again, I'll hit literature, L for literature, scroll down. And this time, instead of literary reference source, I'm going to go with Gale Literature. And in Gale Literature, I can do the same thing. I can say criticism for A Worn Path and search, please. And are you searching? Yes, here we go. One thing we want to make sure is that we aren't just reading the story itself. Oftentimes there'll be just the story itself will show up in these criticisms, but I'm going to go with From Civil War to Civil Rights, Race Relations in Welty's Worn Path. So I'm going to go here, and it's taken a minute for things to open up for me. But once again, I can download the article. I can find the citation for it. I'm using these tools up in the right-hand corner. One thing I want to point out here is some of these criticisms are coming right from the very book that they were printed in. And so when it brings up a page in a book and you're like, what is happening here? You are going to want to read the one that is highlighted. Okay, so here we have Butterworth's essay written in 1989 and the title that we liked. And you can get the link for it, download it to your computer. Anything like this is going to be cool. So again, if you're searching and searching for Most Dangerous Game or Interpreter of Maladies and you can't find it, you pick your next favorite. And you're just summarizing this article. So I'm going to be saying that Butterworth begins the article by discussing this. Then Butterworth discusses this. Finally, Butterworth concludes the article by discussing this. So sometimes I say to myself, gee, I don't want to get an article that is huge. So let me look it over before I commit. Okay, now here's something that's happening in the world today, the world of AI. AI, huge helper, huge helper. And we can do the same thing. I'm in ChatGPT here, and I can say, help me find a criticism for everyday use by Walker. And bam. Your search question has to be very specific because sometimes if you say criticism for everyday use by Walker, it's going to write one for you. And there are problems with this. I did this earlier myself. I just said, help me find the Barbara Christian literary criticism. I found that from the works cited page in the article we're looking at now. And it says, hey, here's where it's at. But it's not giving me the actual article. So I don't want it to just give me a link. It says, oh, we found this referenced in eNotes, huge red flag. I'm wanting an original source, not a literature summarization site used by high schoolers. We're serious now. So you need to find the actual article. So I'm going to scroll back down and it gives me these different articles. Now, here's one thing that you are going to have to do is you're going to have to go in and search for this article in the literary databases. But it's kind of nice to have an author's name and a title. Let's see how easy it is for me to copy this. Oh, good. It's playing along nicely with me. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to go back to my A to Z databases and I'm going to go to Literature Resource Center. And this is the third database that I'm using. I'm going to go to this site right here and search for this. and it's saying, hey, did you mean to say that? And I did mean to say that. Even if it doesn't bring me up exactly what I was looking for, um, at least it brings me to a page that has some other sources, but I cannot see the one that I was looking for. I can't see our Matthew Mullins source here. So again, don't get your heart set on anything. All right, let me talk again for just a minute. Here I am now. This is Google Gemini, their AI search. Um, it was the one that started telling me, hey, Barbara Christensen has written a great article, and here are some places where you can find that article. I couldn't get Gemini to take me to the exact article itself, but I could get ChatGPT to do it. But again, um, once you find your article, you need an MLA 9 citation for it. Here's the last thing that I'm going to say. Every semester, a student uses AI to do one of the assignments in 1302. And if AI doesn't know what it's completely talking about, it invents information. It gives you some phantom information. And so do not say to yourself, oh, well, I'm positive that I'm going to be able to find it here. So I'll just pretend like I did find it there. Miss Shirley will never know. Now I'm going to ask Gemini to please summarize the Everyday Use Barbara Christensen article, and bam, my work has been done for me. I typically find out this right away, and I give you a 0, and I do not allow you to make up that grade. It's a summer semester. I don't have time to walk you through not plagiarizing, being responsible to do your own work, believing in yourself that you can do this. So please don't go there. But it did say, hey, do you want to try Google Scholar? And I don't mind trying Google Scholar. That is another great source that we can go to. So I said I was only going to do one more thing, and now I'm taking us to Google Scholar. But Google Scholar can also help me find some literary criticisms. Let's see if it can find the one I was looking for from 2013. And yeah, it brings it right up. Here it is. It brings it right up. And I definitely want to make sure that I saw that I'm getting the whole thing. This does not look very long to me, so I feel like I'm not getting the entire article here. I'm kind of not believing in this. I might look for it in another place as well before I completely allow this to be the source that I use. And looking again, as I just, just gaze over this, I see very little about a worn path. Very little. And I mean, everyday use. So again, I have been led down the wrong road, and I have not done my due diligence by making sure that I am actually reading a criticism that is actually about Walker's everyday use. So you need to do your homework there. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video because I just wanted to help you find some sources. And one last thing, be sure to read the email that had the 2 attachments about things that you want to do with your character analysis essay in order to receive the highest possible score. I would love to edit every one of your papers and help you write your best version of your paper, but unfortunately, I don't have time to do that. The tutors in the library do, but I do not have time to do that for you. So if you're waiting for me to edit your paper for you and send it back with some suggestions of corrections, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. So use those tutors in the library. Email me if you have any more questions. And I hope you're having a great day. I also hope this video worked. And